trapped.
We're all gonna die. This is it. This is the end.
No, we're not gonna die. This is just a misunderstanding. I'm sure if we look around, we'll find a key somewhere. Well, we found some stuff, but no keys. This one has writing on it.
How is writing going to help us?
I think they all do.
What is the War Powers Resolution?
What was the result of the U.S.'s invasion of Cambodia in 1970?
What is the Guam Doctrine?
What does this mean?
It means that we're stuck in here.
No, it doesn't. I'm sure these all add up to something. Maybe there's something else in here that can help us get out of here. Like...
We're gonna be trapped in here forever. We are.
these. I'm pretty sure these are some sort of clue to help us out. I was born on January 9th, 1913 in Yorba Linda, California. I have 4 brothers, and my parents always had a hard time with money while I was growing up. I attended Whittier College and was elected the student body president. After I graduated in 1934, I earned a law degree from Duke University, where I was head of the Student Bar Association and graduated near the top of my class. I quickly acquired a job as an attorney. Soon after, I married my wife and had 2 daughters. I was drafted into World War II and served as an operations officer. When the war ended, I returned to my political career in 1946 and campaigned for a California spot in the House of Representatives and won against the 5-year incumbent. During my time in the House, I was praised for leading an investigation on Elgar Hiss, who was accused of espionage in the 1930s. I also served on the House Un-American Activities Committee. I was re-elected in 1948 and in 1950 ran for U.S. Senate and won as well. My political career hit an all-time high when I became Eisenhower's vice president in the 1950s for 2 terms. Soon after becoming vice president, I decided I had a shot at presidency and ran for the Republican Party candidate in 1960 against John F. Kennedy. However, I lost the Electoral College and popular vote by a small margin. I ran once again in 1968 and won against Hubert Humphrey, who was Johnson's vice president. I became the 37th president of the United States. Who am I?
How are we supposed to know?
Maybe this one will give us more insight. During my presidency, I faced many challenges. Despite those struggles, I accomplished many things. I can be credited for establishing the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, lowering the voting age from 21 to 18, and enforcing desegregation in southern public schools. I also participated in the Strategic Arms Limitation Talks, SALT, with Soviet Secretary General Brezhnev to try and temper the Cold War through diplomatic détente, the easing of hostility or strained relations, signed the Anti-Ballistic Missile, ABM, Treaty, helping to calm U.S.-Soviet tensions, and I'm very famous for my strategy in Vietnamization. This is a program to train and arm the South Vietnamese to take over responsibility for their own defense, thus enabling American troops to withdraw from the Vietnam War. I later signed the Paris Peace Accords in 1973, ending U.S. involvement in the war. My excellent domestic and foreign policy skills help improve the U.S. relations with other countries and help make the U.S. a more well-rounded society. Well, there was only 2 presidents that served when the Vietnam War was happening. And another name for the Guam Doctrine is the Nixon Doctrine, so I'm pretty sure this is about Nixon.
Well, yeah, Nixon was the one who created the EPA.
Wait, I got it. You read off the question and click the correct answer in order for the box to open.
You're a genius. What was the War Powers Resolution? If this is about Nixon, then it limits the president's ability to declare war without consulting Congress. Oh, look!
Oh my god.
An up arrow.
What does it mean?
Maybe we have to look up to the ceiling for a hint.
Guys, what's this?
It's an arrow.
This is terrible. How is an arrow gonna help us get out of here?
We should probably look through the other boxes. What is the Nixon Doctrine? Also known as the Guam Doctrine. I think it's a foreign policy where the U.S. would rather support allies who are facing military threats with economic and military aid rather than ground troops.
Yeah?
Okay, well, this one has a lighthouse in it.
What does a lighthouse have to do with anything?
I don't know, maybe there's a lighthouse around here somewhere?
Wait, guys, look at this. It's on lighthouses. Okay, a door.
Well, now what? Even if we could reach it, we can't even fit through the door.
We probably need a ladder. I don't know. Maybe we should open up the last box.
Okay, what is the result of the U.S.'s invasion of Cambodia in 1970?
Well, what are our options?
Most U.S. citizens were owed by the sheer military power and international influence of the U.S., or violent protests broke out all across the U.S., some ending with deaths.
Definitely the second one.
It's the second. Okay, so a ladder, but where's the ladder? I guess we'll just look around. Guys, I found it. Okay, try opening the door. Okay, I have the solution. You two are not going to break into the Democratic Convention and tap their phone lines. And you are definitely not going to steal their documents either. That would not be the answer. What was that?
That was pretty weird. I didn't know Nixon had a stutter. Haha.
I don't think he did. Maybe that was another clue. We should probably watch more closely.
Okay, I have the solution. You two are not going to break into the Democratic Convention and tap their phone lines. And you are definitely not going to steal their documents either. That would not be the answer.
Alright, so he stuttered on solutions are not the answer. Maybe that is the answer.
But the answer to what?
Well, we haven't figured out what to do with any of these. Maybe one of them has a key.
Well, isn't that an old karaoke machine? Maybe we have to sing to it. Solutions are not the answer. Darn it, I thought that would work.
You need a microphone for that, genius. Maybe there's one around here somewhere.
Got it. Let's try this again. Solutions are not the answer. Oh, a key!
Hey, maybe it unlocks the door.
Nope.
And maybe it's a key to something else.
What about the music box?
Oh, come on.
Okay, so are we supposed to play the national anthem or something?
I don't know. Maybe these notes correspond to something.
But how do we know what order to play them in or anything?
And what notes? Like,
Well, that map over there has some notes on them. Well, this is all about Nixon so far. Maybe these are his favorite cities.
Or maybe important war cities. Nixon was president during the Vietnam War. So Moscow is where Nixon and Brezhnev signed SALT and ABM treaties. Shanghai is where the Shanghai Communique was signed. And Ho Chi Minh was taken over by the North Vietnamese after the war.
so then, what's the order? Chronological importance?
How about the little numbers next to them?
Oh. Yeah, wait. So you mean to say all of my war knowledge was for nothing?
I guess so. So it's B, G, A. Play that.
Oh!
Another key!
Whoa!
Maybe this one is for the door.
Finally! No.
I finally get to die.
No, we're not gonna die!
It has to work on anything.
It opens something
Maybe
else!
it's the last box we haven't done anything with.
Okay, so it's a pop quiz.
Fun.
What happened to Nixon after the Watergate scandal?
Didn't he resign to avoid impeachment?
Yep. Okay. What was the ruling of U.S. versus Nixon Supreme Court case?
It's definitely not the first one. I mean, his executive powers couldn't protect him.
Yeah, it was
So,
there was enough evidence for him to force over, he had to hand over the tapes.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is the main prosecutor against Nixon?
I don't think it's Gerald Ford.
No, it's not Gerald Ford, so it must be Archibald.
I guess so.
Alongside Cambodia, what Southeast Asian country did Nixon bring into war in Vietnam?
Oh, I know this. It's Laos. There was a
Laos.
secret war in Laos.
Yes, definitely. Okay. What happened on the Ho Chi Minh Trail? There's bombings. There was the secret bombings of communists.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the American strategy of using Russia's fear of strengthening relations between the U.S. and China that forced Russia into improving their relations with the U.S. called?
I mean, triangulation?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. What was Nixon's reaction to the oil embargo of 1973? Well, we know he didn't declare war on Egypt. The Gulf War was so much later, so it must be
Project
independence. Okay, so
Okay, so what do we do with this?
this is
Maybe if we put it back in here?
okay.
Okay.
Oh! Okay, there's another key.
I swear if that doesn't unlock the door this time.
Oh my goodness. Okay. We're free!